Hello, my name is Andrew Velos. I'm an independent education consultant. I have visited more than 130 schools in this country, and today I'm going to spend the day in one of my favorite schools. Royal Hospital School is an important part of the history of Britain. For hundreds of years, the school taught young sailors for the British Navy. Now, it's a traditional British boarding school for boys and girls aged 11 to 18, but with naval traditions. Is RHS a military academy still? Today, I shall answer this and most of the other myths about UK boarding schools.
So we have a really rich history of the school. The school is over 300 years old, was created in 1694. Admiral Nelson, as in Trafalgar Square Nelson, was a supporter of the Royal Hospital School in the 1800s.
Admiral Nelson himself, gosh, I have known about him since childhood. One of the tallest monuments in the world, linked to this school. Unbelievable. Everyone joining the school has to have an interview with the head. I'm going to have one too, but I will be asking my questions today.
There are some facets of this school in that sense of loyalty, commitment, self-discipline, pride in how they appear, which are very evident when you come and visit RHS. There are some facets as well, such as the division ceremony when the whole school parades, which are unique to this school. But I think there's also elements of where we are in the UK, being within an hour of London, but in this incredibly rich rural environment on the banks of the River Stour. That makes for a very special atmosphere. We were built in 1933 as a community that was meant to be self-sustained. As a result of that, we have got most of our teachers living on site. We live here, we work here, we play here, and actually one of the real strengths is this real sense of community that we have at RHS.
With that in mind, let's see how pupils live here first. We are in a common room in one of the boys' boarding houses, where boys spend their free time after lessons playing pool, computer games, chess, or just chilling or doing their home exercises. Here we have a little kitchen. The boys can make toast, have a quick snack between the main meals, and where they actually can come and have a chat together. And here we have another school's rule. We have fruits available for everyone, anytime, as much as you want. So we're inside a typical year 10 single room. We have a bed here, desk, a little wardrobe. We have shower room and loo, and river view out of the window. What else would you need? And this is a similar but a twin room. So we have 2 beds, 2 desks, 2 wardrobes, and again shower and a loo. And now we're going to the girls' house. It's a bit nicer than the boys' house.
There are some children who just frankly amaze me by being so busy. And last Saturday is a really good example where I saw a pupil involved in a concert, playing hockey, and then later on in the day, making sandwiches in the house. And I think those are the kind of people, they're just busy boys and girls. And they're the ones that I suppose that really get the most out of this school.
One of the school's rules is to provide a buddy to everyone joining the school to help with settling in. I'm lucky today to have a few buddies with me.
The school is pretty strict, but you get used to it quickly.
I'm not a big fan of the phone rule because we're not allowed our phones in the school block, but I can live without my phone during the day.
Especially when I joined, I had a lot of problems with punishments because I've been getting lots of cause for concerns and detentions, especially detentions.
I think they're fair, although Saturday detentions are considered the worst.
Saturday detention is a more serious one. It's basically you sit in the room and you have to write what have you done wrong and how do you think you can change that, improve your behaviour and what you're going to not do.
As a girl, I don't think I'm excluded at all with the naval tradition. I think the school's really good at giving equal opportunities to boys and girls.
I don't feel excluded at all, no. I think it's very equal and lots of girls are in the CCF activities.
Boarding life is better than being a day student because it's like you live with your family.
I think I came in really timid and shy, didn't really want to speak to many people. I was like all closed up, but the school, like through acting, and I'm head chorister, so I sing a lot to people. I think my confidence has just been built so much.
I've become a lot more social, like you're always around friends and you laugh a lot.
It helped me to be more independent in a way, because before that, when I was not in a boarding school in Russia, I was really not well behaved, or I didn't do my prep at times, but here it's all on you.
There is something that I don't like about the school. It's Saturday school.
Saturday school? I think that's a bit annoying, but you get used to it.
When I was in year 7, I hated divisions, I hated all the traditions, but now I've grown to really like them.
Royal Hospital School divisions are a part of the naval traditions of the school. Development of discipline, self-confidence and body posture. Divisions is what make the RHS unique. Some of you may like it, some probably not. I personally did not see a single unhappy face among those marching. And of course, in order to talk about something, you need to experience it yourself.
That's it. Ready? Yes, there you go. Now you're lifting the part now. Yeah, you're in charge now.
Do you guys not like divisions? Why not? Why don't you like divisions? It's too cold. Yeah.
You'll learn to love it.
When you get to Nelson, you'll love it.
Good. Squadron. By the left, quick. March. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
So your job is to hit the drum every time your left foot goes down.
Is feet apart. So at ease, attention.
Don't embarrass yourself, Andrew. Please, don't embarrass yourself.
Squad. By left. Quick. March. Left.
Look at your dressing, keep it low. Arms up. What we call dressing is basically if you're in line with each other. So right now your dressing is horrible. So you need to stay
Was it
in
you
line.
saying you didn't like divisions? The tradition of wearing leopard skins was begun by the African drummers who joined the army in the 1700s. It helped protect the uniform underneath from wearing out.
That was funny.
You will be amazed by the list of sports this school has to offer. And again, in order to learn something, you need to experience it yourself.
And then just see how far across the wall you can climb. So you can just slide this until it fits your size. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
One of the myths about UK boarding schools is that religion plays a main role in every school. Children are forced to pray and even switch their beliefs. Therefore, I decided to visit the school chapel and find out for myself.
Hi, my name is Ryan.
Would you mind my asking what your religion is?
So my religion is Muslim. I'm a Muslim.
What do you feel then about going to chapel?
I just feel like comfortable because I just see my friends singing and like everybody's getting involved. I feel nice. When it comes to chapel day, it's not about the religion. It's about seeing my friends, how they link together. It just brings them closer to each other.
What lesson are we going to have now?
Some science.
Science. What do you normally do there?
Experiments.
Experiments?
Good morning, everybody. Lab coats on, safety specs on. We have an extra student today. This is the one for you.
Thank you.
Today we're doing an investigation into different types of vapours. Okay, so you know that there are lots of different types of gases, don't you? Hands up. Oxygen.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Phew, that was close.
Methane. Fluoride. Yes, fluorine. That's a very dangerous gas. Well done. We're going to make hydrogen. So I'm going to demonstrate it. Then you, as a class, are going to do it. My new young pupil can come and help me.
It's a pleasure.
Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pour in some acid. And then we are going to add some magnesium. Just give it a little bit of a shake. Why is it upside down? Why is not doing it another way? Because hydrogen is lighter than air. So hydrogen is rising and entering the top test tube. You take this. Okay. Now when I remove the bottom test tube, I would like you to put this under the top one. Are you ready? That's it. Don't let the flame. That's it. Wonderful. Now you're not to burn my fingers, okay?
Yeah.
All right. You should get a squeaky pop. Okay, so we're all fizzing away, I hope. Go. Oh, that was a good squeak. Well done. Oh, that was the best one, Lily. That was the best one so far. But different metals produce different colours. Put this on the corner and then squeeze. That is what you call the Harry Potter effect. That's gorgeous. That is my favourite. That one is, whoa, now look, you're lighting my desk. I did say you were going to be trouble. Now there is another demonstration I want to do. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your lessons.
I do like your diagram, that's absolutely epic. This is really good. Okay, class, can anyone tell me any coastal features? Yes, Harriet?
Bays and beaches.
Bays and beaches, what does a bay look like? What's it all about?
It's like a bay is more hidden and then a beach is more like out.
Can anyone tell me the 4 types of coastal erosion, please? The 4 types of coastal erosion. Can anyone tell me? Oh, yes, some hands up. Excellent. Alex? Another one, yes. Yes,
I wish I had had a classroom with a river flowing past when I was
You
at
should
school.
be listening to my lesson.
Some children's strengths don't lie in the academic, but they lie in the applied. Things such as sailing. We have fantastic sailors, fantastic musicians, incredible artists and designers. What schools like this do very well is enable pupils of all abilities to reach their potential and often exceed it.
huge music school. Anyone who plays an instrument can do so here. Anyone who wants to start playing an instrument can practice here too.
Art is a big deal in this school. I always felt slightly envious for those who can draw or make something with their hands.
We tend to group the work together, so we've got fine artists who work in paint or ceramic or printmaking, drawing, any of those disciplines.
Are those produced by pupils?
Yes,
as
so
well?
this is year 12 and 13. They work on a personal portfolio over a year, so it's all individual.
They can actually pick any like topic, any theme they want and then develop it.
They can pick any, so there's three main disciplines that they pick separately, so they could pick photography, fine art or textiles, but we do have students who want to do a bit of all three.
I see.
So there's another endorsement, art, craft and design, which allows them to combine different disciplines as well. So they can pretty much pick any artistic discipline they choose.
Oh.
This young lady here, another one of our international students, you can see is quite traditional in style, her watercolour painting, and then we've got oil painting. Obviously they're both fine art courses, but they've chosen to opt in different ways. We work with a local dance college, Dance East, and they send models in to do movement workshops with us, so that's quite nice. You might have noticed the small plane. Yeah, so we built this plane. This is a 3/4 size replica of the Sopwith Camel biplane.
And it's built by pupils as well.
Built in school, yeah. So we share the building with design technology. Design technology is over one side of the building and the arts are over the other, which means that we get that good crossover between the two. And this is a really good example of that, because it's construction and building. For naturally creative students, we encourage them to take a suite of arts if they can. So to take a fine art or a classical art practice and a design skill as well. So whether it be photography or creative film and media or product design. So what's quite nice in the individual rooms is that we have specific rooms for each of the subject areas. So you're in fine art now. There's a ceramics room down the corridor, textiles next door, photography beyond that. We have a dedicated dark room. So all the facilities here, but the sixth formers have their own spaces. So if you're working at A-level or beyond, in one of the arts, you have a studio space and you can come along at any time that you don't have any of your other classes, and you can use the studio space, very much like a university art course.
I see, so portfolio is being produced during the lesson time, and also you can come after the lessons and carry on working.
Yeah, absolutely. And lots of the students who've worked through GCSE to A-level just spend a lot of time over here.
I can imagine, yeah.
It's a bit of a home from home.
Like that, you need ages.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, absolutely. So this is a textiles mezzanine. You can see very much more kind of akin to fashion design and
Do you have any boys doing textiles?
Yes, we do. Yeah, so this is a boys' space just through here. Last year, our strongest GCSE candidates were both boys in fashion and textiles. So yeah, it really does cross over.
Finally, it's time to have lunch. Many parents still think pupils in UK boarding schools are being fed with fried chicken and chips only. It doesn't look as if they are right, does it?
Are they really Russians?
Yeah, they are. And I'm Russian too. Здравствуйте.
I wish my English was as good as theirs.
Is the food good here?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. It's not my first school in UK, so I have a comparison in my head. So I have an example of what I don't like and what I like, and this food is really good.
What's your favorite food here?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Oh gosh. There's a stereotype around that pupils are being fed fish and chips only.
And then the question answer is fish and chips.
Okay. What else do I like?
How often do you have fish and chips here?
Every Friday.
So it's tradition.
We have that's halloumi as well, and sometimes scampi, so that's nice. But katsu chicken curry is good. That's a favourite.
Alex, what's your favourite food?
I like everything, but I reckon chicken's on Wednesday's the best, like fried chicken.
Now, this is why I haven't made you do it all at once. Now, you are not allowed to leave the cart alone, because what's going to happen if we leave it alone? It's going to disappear off and it's going to run over a cameraman. Okay? So,
It wouldn't surprise you that in a school with such a strong naval tradition, sailing is the main sport, would it? Unfortunately, today is too windy for sailing. It never stops them. In such weather, they still sail using blockcarts on the school ground. The quality of the day is defined by the feeling you have at the end of the day. We arrived at the school at 7 in the morning and left just after 9 in the evening, with the feeling we wanted to stay here for longer. I wish I could travel back in time and become a student of this great school myself.
The world in which children are moving on into is changing the whole time. And actually what we do have here is some fantastic teachers, fantastic staff who are constantly having to refresh their thinking about the skills, attributes and knowledge that young people need for the world of work. And I think that's really important, that having some flexibility of thought and making sure our children are adaptable is really, really important. So you had a good day?
Amazing day. I wish I can stay here for years.
Do you? Pretty well. In that case, you're going to need to have to straighten your gidge up a little bit. But you are definitely looking the part now. And this is a little something from us to you to remember us by. And I hope that you'll come back and visit us soon.
It's a great honor and a very lovely addition to my collection. Thank you very much for that.
It's a pleasure.
I have a question puzzling me all day long.
Go on.
Having such a magnificent location, resources, and a rich history, why is Royal Hospital not among the most popular schools in the UK yet?
Yet. It's really quite simple. We've been a naval school for nearly 300 years, but only recently have we opened our doors to the wider public and to people, and we hope that by opening those doors, many people will become part of this wonderful school and its rich history in the years to come.
Stacks and stumps.
Stacks and stumps. What's going on over here? Cut. Right guys, coasts then. So can anyone tell me what a cliff is or a spit or anything like that? Yes, Harriet?
It's like
I wish I had a classroom with the river flowing past when I was at school.
rocks and stuff from the cliff.
Okay. You're not supposed to be looking out the window. You're going to be learning geography. Okay, class. Can anyone tell me the 4 types of coastal erosion, please? The 4 types of coastal erosion. Can anyone tell me? Oh yes, some hands up. Excellent. Alex.
I wish I had a classroom with the river flowing past when I was at school.
You should be listening to the lesson, not looking out the window.
A bonus stereotype. People say teachers are strict in UK boarding schools. It took us ages to record this teacher's jocular reaction and that of the children who simply laughed.
Another one, yes. Yes,
I wish I had a classroom with the river flowing past when I was
You
at
should
school.
be listening to my lesson. That was good.